Archie, Archie's here, Betty's here, Veronica too, Reggie's here. Hey Jughead, where are you?
Hello and welcome back. David from Atomic Candy, and once again we are open by chance, and what we are open with today is something that many of you may not have seen before. What you have here is the complete 1977 Mattel Archies series, and these are more like dolls than action figures, and we'll take a close-up here, starting off with the most obvious, Archie Andrews, Veronica Lodge, Jughead Jones, and Sabrina Spellman. And once again, these were made in 1977, and they are basically rag dolls. If you can see that, these are rag dolls with rubber heads. Now, I know you may have seen what appear to be action figures before. Those are not by Mattel. The ones that you're thinking of, the ones that look more like traditional dolls or action figures, were made by Marx in 1975. And they have a body that is very similar to the bodies on Mattel figures from the Welcome Back Kotter series or the Space 1999 series. Now, from the late 60s to the late 70s, on CBS television there was always an Archie show going, and it was produced by Filmation, and it was like a variety show. The original show, that is the Archie show, that ran from 1968 to 1969, was based off of the Monkees. It was supposed to look like a cartoon version of the Monkees show. Had music, had jokes, had a loose plot, you get the idea. And this progressed. Every year or so, they effectively kept releasing the same show with a different format and a different name. There was always the gags, there was always music, there was always laughs and short segments and sketches, all based on the cartoon characters from the Archies and all done as a cartoon. And it progressed. You know, it became Archie's Comedy House, Archie's Fun House, Archie's TV Funnies, Everything Archie, the US of Archie. Every year it would be something different. Now, they only produced these 4. Marx also produced 4, but rather than making a teenage witch, Sabrina Spellman there, they made Betty. They made Betty with the other 4 Archies. All the cards are the same, with the exception of the nameplate. You see it says Veronica there, Jughead, Sabrina, and of course Archie. Aside from that, there is no variation in these cards. I'll give you a close-up here of the jalopy. It says, "Hey look Archie, we're dolls. I always knew Veronica was a doll." Now, on the back of the card, there's not too much going on. And I'll turn one over here for you. This is the back of the Veronica card. And it has effectively a rudimentary cartoon, a little comic strip that looks the format of like a Sunday strip, where they're sort of explaining that they are dolls that can be found in stores. You know what, Jughead? They've got dolls and at toy stores that look just like us. No kidding. And then they follow along with this strip. And then Sabrina materializes for them a jalopy, which I also have the jalopy. As I said, this is a complete set. By the way, Marx also made a jalopy. So both series have exactly 4 dolls or 4 figures and 1 vehicle. This is the jalopy. This one is sealed. Like the dolls that I have up there, this has never been opened. A little bit of a cartoon strip on the front of the box. A picture of the characters riding, which they barely fit. I had a set of these loose. I traded them with somebody. They really don't fit in there very well. And then the exact same comic strip on the back, only this one is in full color. And I guess if you're going to spend the extra money for the jalopy, you may as well get it in color. I'll show you the sides here. This one is sealed, and it is not easy to find this sealed. It's not too much of an easy thing to find the figures carded like this either, because these are unopened and unpunched. As you can see, there is a punching tab right on the top. Cardboard on these is very flimsy. That is paper thin. This is like cereal box cardboard. This is like almost thinner than the cardboard that you would find on a Funko Pop box. Very thin, very weak. These cards are often bent or damaged somehow. Very weak physically. Not too much demand for them. There's not a huge demand for Archie characters. So these are not unobtainable if you wanted to put a set of these together. I'm a fan of classic Archie. That's why I have these. I don't watch that new Riverdale show because I'm not into the whole teenage soap opera thing. I don't like what they've turned Archie into. I'm a fan of Archie comics from the golden age until about the early 2000s when the format changed. Early to mid 2000s, right around whenever it is that the original creators all died off and then they turned it into whatever they wanted. They got really political with the comic books. Made Archie die. Archie Andrews actually died in the comic, jumping in front of a sniper's bullet to save his gay friend. That's how political it got, and I just don't go for that. I like the idea of the Archies, just the cheesy jokes and the fun time that they always presented, the old music that they had on the show. If you remember the song Sugar Sugar, that was written for the Archie show. Grails in this set would be Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Carded, this is the hardest doll to find in the set out of the 4. For these, for the other 3 in really good condition, you might find them as cheap as like $30. Which is surprising considering these are from 1977. That's not bad. But Sabrina, the cheapest you're going to find her is $50. And if you want her in really good shape, you're going to expect to pay a lot more than that. Actually, I've even seen her loose go for as much as $50. Excellent condition, exceptional condition cards like these for the 70s are really excellent cards. You can get more than 30 for them. If I was to sell this set, I could get more than 30 a piece for these because of their condition. The jalopy, sealed in the box, you might could get 100 for it. So again, you know, these are not like anything of a phenomenal monetary value, But since I'm a fan of classic Archies, that's why I went ahead and got the set. And so far as it being dolls, obviously these are not action figures, but they're pretty much the only technical dolls that I own. I do also have a set of the Marks, which sell for a lot more, primarily because they are more so action figures, even though they were advertised as dolls, and even had sets of clothing that were sold as accessories, as well as a doll carrying case. There have been later sets that were made for the Archies. I know F&B made some, and I think Mattel made a later series that was more Barbie styled. Not interested in those really. I was more interested in this because I wanted a classic set. So that is it. That is the complete Mattel 1977 Archies carded and boxed series. What do you think? Do you like these? Is this something that you would be interested in? If not, what would you be interested in from the 70s? What from the 70s would you reach back and grab if you could? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd like to see what you have to say about that. Check out some of our other showcase videos. I've got other videos like this, and I'll have more coming out where I'll be showcasing things from the archives. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got anything out of it. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out some of the other videos. I do a lot more than showcase videos. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember also that you can find me on Instagram, Open by Chance on Instagram, and if you wanted to correspond with us directly, we have an email and a PO box that will be posted in the description down below. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
Uh-oh, easy does it, boys. Whoop, down plank. Help, all hands on deck.
You can say that again. I've never seen so many hands on deck. And a couple of fists, too.
How was I to know he was a light sleeper?